And boom, we are doing this. Okay, today is Thursday, October the 16th, 2025, and this is class 16 of our CAD for Construction fall semester 2025. We're going to continue on here, and what we're going to work with tonight is going to be the townhouse project. So we're moving into the townhouse project. So that's where we're going tonight. So what we'll do right now is, as you can see on the screen here, I'm going to go ahead and put this up here so you guys can see that. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we're going to do with that. So, um, hello, Mike. All right. Let's see here. All right. Mike is here. All right. All right.
Oh, you said you wanted to show the class, the robot.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's going to be at the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Actually, you know what? We could do that. We could actually do that right now. Now that you mention it. Let me go ahead and find that because I found it last time. Let me see if I can't do that again. Okay, got something for you guys. Actually, a couple things. Tonight I had a couple things that I wanted to show you. First of all, Luce was talking to me last week about how to scale. Like if you have like a JPEG or anything, like a PDF or even a scroll on a napkin, but it's actually got enough information in it that you can actually work with it. You can actually take that, scan it, and actually pull it into AutoCAD or Revit and scan it and actually get it. You can do what's called like where you basically scale off it using the actual item as a reference, and you tell how long. Like somebody draws, like let's say somebody had a sheet of graph paper and they drew a line 4 squares long. Well, if each square represents a foot, that'd be 4 feet long. So if they drew this whole thing using that kind of a template, then what I could do is bring that into, you've done this before, I saw you do it, or you were attempting to do it. Just a picture. Yeah, yeah. And so what you can do is you take that, you scan it, and then you basically say from this point to this point, instead of being 4 squares, which is an inch, because each inch is a square on graph paper, you say this needs to be 4 feet. You type in 48 for 4 feet, and the thing actually scales perfectly to 4 feet. Now it's not perfect because you have the thickness of a pencil line, and the thickness of a pencil line is not the same as a pixel. So therefore, it always requires some interpretation. You never get it 100%, but you can get there. So she gets here, we'll talk about that. Other than that, I thought I was talking to Colin at the end of class last week, and he does robotics with the Finney School. That they're a school in they're in Penfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, let me see if I can't find this because let me go out here and yeah, let me go out here. And what I'm going to do, just want to show you something real quick. It's about a minute long, and I thought it was worth looking at. So we'll go ahead and go out here and YouTube that. I should be able to YouTube it. And okay, and then over here, what we had is a history. We'll go here and we'll go over here to what did we do last week?
I think it was just below the spring drive.
Down here, yeah, down here. Reveal?
Yep, reveal too.
That's it right here. Okay, now let me see if I can't get this to work here because I can get the volume on here. Let me see if I can't get that to work. Okay, let me see if I get this. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is just kind of something fun. I thought we'd just take a look at it. So they actually do robotics, and they're in a competition. This is a reveal that they did. So Okay. All right. So anyway, Colin, you want to tell them exactly what that was there, so that they get an idea?
Yeah, so that was our robot Undertow for this year's game, which you guys saw, Reefscape, where robots had to take these like 4-inch PVC, 4-inch PVC piping and score it onto these pegs or this trough, which you might have seen at the bottom on the peg structure. And then we chose just to have, and there were also these oversized kickballs on the field known as algae, which we had to remove from the goal. And the teams could also elect to score it in a net for a low goal, but we just chose to just simply clear it and keep on scoring as many points as possible with the higher levels of the goal. And then what you saw at the end was our climb, well, toward the end was our climb, where we'll take this spring-loaded hook mechanism, drive it into these two bars, and then winch it down, lift the robot up a couple inches off of the ground. I think it's like 4 inches off the ground.
Okay. So anyway, it's actually, and this is a high school thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a high school project they actually worked on. It's just kind of cool. I thought, yeah, he showed me last week. I thought, well, just to kind of show you what else is out there. And the reason why is because I realized that when you're basically studying this kind of stuff, I want to get that off there. When you're studying this kind of stuff, what will happen is there'll be certain things that will actually be of interest to you and other things that might not be of interest to you at all. Okay. But the thing is, sometimes there's going to be ancillary things related to CAD or something else that you can actually kind of jump into. So anyway, I thought I'd show you that. That was pretty cool. So thanks for being able to show that, Colin.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Okay, now, so tonight what we did is last week what we worked on, for those that were here, we actually worked on stairs. Okay, so we talked about stairs, how they work, and got a familiarity with how those work. So tonight we're going to be putting that into effect and into implementation in a project. So the project tonight, if you're looking at Brightspace, you'll see it. This is called the Townhouse Project, which we're going to work on tonight. Now, a townhouse properly, my wife informed me, means that the townhouse, basically the townhouse is connected, meaning you have like not one but two. And when I'm doing a townhouse, I just made it singular so as to make it simple. But you could easily take it and you could copy it over. The thought is that it's modular. You can actually take it and mirror it. So this one, we're just going to do a standalone, and then that's as far as we're going to take it right now. But it could be done that way. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on tonight. And then actually, not just tonight. And again, a reminder, next Tuesday, we don't have class. I will not be here. So no class on Tuesday, but we'll be coming back on Thursday and working on this again. I don't think there's going to be enough time to get this done just tonight, but we'll put a good jump in it. See how far we can get. So let's do this right now. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about what this project entails, and then we can take it from there. So if I could have your attention, everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take your screens over so that you can give me your undivided attention. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of look at this right here. And I've actually got the project here, and I've got some requirements on it. So let me go ahead and kind of get prepared here, and we'll jump into this. So okay, so going into this right now, what we're going to do is we're going to start by, let me do this real quickly and save your work because, well, actually, you don't have to save your work, but I'm going to take your screens over for a minute. And if you're doing something else, we're going to get there in a minute here. So over here, what we're going to do is I'm going to do this. How do I do this? Oh, let's see here. Yeah, I got to do this. Okay, boom. And here I'm going to show my screen to all you all. So I'm going to go continue. Can you guys all see my screen right now? Okay. So what I want you to do is just pay attention here because I'm just going to talk about the basics here. So what we're going to do right now is going to talk about how this works. So first of all, this is what the project is. We're going to go to Brightspace. When we go to Brightspace, it's always the same thing. We go out here, we look at the specs. So the particular specs for this one are here under the Townhouse project. Townhouse project, you have to use view all, at least on mine I do. And we go down here to the Townhouse project. And as I mentioned, this particular Townhouse project, it's just a single unit. So let's just take a look at this. First of all, the townhouse project, this is the assignment right here. But let's take a look at the actual the project completed. Okay, when the project's completed, I actually beefed this out with more detail, but I left the one that I was working on at home, and so I don't have it. But this is mostly complete. So this is a townhouse. Now, as you can see, this is like kind of a singular unit, and this unit could then be taken and actually copied over and over and over. So you'd have like a row of these. You could actually do that. In England, these are really common. You see townhouse. My son lives in a townhouse. They actually call them there. I think they call them terraced, or they call them semi-detached. But essentially, all the homes are connected. They're in Worcester, England, and pretty much most of England. But this is what you're going to be doing. Again, I kept it pretty simple. But the thing is about this one is we're putting in stairs. Okay, so let me just kind of show you what is happening here. So we got this, and the same thing that I talked about before is where you actually are going to have this kind of a thing. So you'll have some kind of earth, and then you're going to have this, which is a walkway. And then here, I actually put something else in here, which you can't see. We'll work on that later. But I didn't complete this as the way I wanted it to. But anyway, let me go over here and let me show you how this thing starts. When you go to level one, you would actually kind of go into this kind of a thing. And this is what your floor plan looks like. And the floor plan looks like this. And if you want to have it just a little bit more little easier to see, I'm going to go hide and view this element. So we'll hide that. I can hide this as well. Hide and view the element, just like that. So this is essentially what your floor plan looks like. It's essentially a rectangle, and you have the different dimensions here. And the dimensions I actually have on some sheets here. So you notice that you do have over here like a kitchen type area. We used this before. There's a bathroom here. There's actually a dining area. There's actually over here like a sitting, like an entertainment area. And this is all stuff. This is actually right here, an entertainment center. So you'd be this for watching TV. Then you have a set of stairs right here. Inside the door, you have some stairs. Now, after that, I deliberately left level two open. I left it totally open. And level three, I left totally open. Because you're going to design those. So you're going to go ahead and work on those. And then there's ceiling plans. We've talked about ceiling plans. This one looks like this, and the ceiling plan looking like this. Therefore, it results in being able to do 3D views and even renderings. And this is kind of a simple rendering I did of this one right here. So that's a rendering of this particular area right here. So that's what we have going on. So now, to talk about how this works, what we're looking at right here, here are the project requirements. And I'm going to add a little bit to this as we're going along here. But to do this right here, and the weeks 13 and 14, that's not necessarily accurate because we're actually not in those weeks right now. So, but we are in class 16. So you're going to create exterior walls, the base constraint level one, top is connected, and you know how to do that. Create floors for levels one and level two. Create stairs from floor one to floor two. And we talked about how to do that last week. You're going to make a shaft from floor one to floor two. That I'm going to show you how to do tonight, how to make a shaft. You create two sections to view the project. You create a gabled roof. You guys know how to do that as well. And then step 7 is you create a floor plan. Again, you're just going to design it yourself. You're going to add doors and ceilings per your own design. Create ceilings for the first and second floors. Ceiling type is gypsum wallboard on metal stud. Use your own ideas. Create 3 bedrooms on the second floor. Include walls, doors, and furniture such as beds. Use your own ideas and design. Create 1 or 2 bathrooms on the second floor. Include plumbing fixtures like toilets, sinks, tubs, and so forth. You're going to put in ceiling lights. You're going to do a 3D view for your first and second floor. Render it. Step 14. Again, this is all stuff that we did in the last project. Create a wall section on the first floor. Open the wall section, change the scale to 1/2 inch equals a foot using the 3/32 inch type. Add the liters as shown. Create a sheet for the wall section and drag the wall section to it. You guys know how to do this. Use the earth floor type. It's just what we did last time. It's lather, rinse, and repeat. The only thing I would say, yeah, you're going to make a sheet for all these. You're going to go ahead and you'll see the template has all these sheets. Going to add trees and bushes. There's actually some good ones in here. Download content as you need to, and you're going to name it Townhouse Project last name. So the only thing I need to teach you guys how to do is what we talked about last week, which was actually how to go ahead and to create a shaft. I didn't show you how to do that last week, so I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So that is where we're going. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to the Townhouse Project. Okay, and what we did last week, actually, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to go actually back to where we were last week. So you guys can still see my project. I'm going to give your screens back here in a minute here. But I think this is under Revit tutorials. No, it's under Revit intro assignments. So Revit intro assignments, we worked with this last week, which was the stair practice 3-story. I'm going to give your screens back. Let's go here to Revit intro assignments, and we're going to go ahead and download this stair practice 3-story. Just, you may not have it, you may, but we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to go ahead and stop showing my screen. You guys have your screens back? All good? Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and do just what I did. You want to go to the Revit Intro Assignments category, and you're going to go down here and you're going to download the project called Stair Practice 3-story. You're going to go ahead and go there and just download it. And once you've downloaded it, you're going to just go ahead and you're going to open it up. Yeah, don't use the one from last week because it suffered indignities from us last week. So let's start with a fresh copy. Because I want us all to start with a fresh copy because I think we saved it last week with our changes. So let's just go ahead and do this. Yep. And once you have that, what I'm going to do is we're going to go over again what we went over last week, which is how to make stairs. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to see how to make a shaft. And so again, what we're learning in this whole thing is how to connect different levels. We understand what levels are. Putting in stairs is going to be the chief things about this particular exercise. Okay, that's under Revit Intro Assignments there, Jackson. If you're having trouble finding that, Revit Intro Assignments, and they're just going to go ahead and download it. Yep, Stair Practice 3-story, just download it, and then you can just double click on it when you've got it downloaded. Okay, it's going to give you a little message about upgrading it, and yes, you want to upgrade it. Okay, all right, so now that we have this right here, what we're going to do is what we did before. What we did before is we put in a section box. So to do that, we learned about this. You go over here, your section box is over right here. So you're going to notice it right here. If you just grab this little slider bar and go down a little bit, you'll see extents. And under the extents category, you have section box. Put a check mark in section box. So let's go ahead and do that. So put your check mark there. And then once we do this, it looks like this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click on this. And then what we talked about before is we can go ahead and we can take this control right here, this triangle. Click on that triangle there. When you click on this triangle, we're going to take it. We're going to just kind of take it and pull it in a little bit, just like that. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, that just gives you an idea as far as what's going on. Okay, let's go back to level 1. So level 1 looks like this. Let's zoom into it. And we're just going to review what we did last week, and then I'm going to show you how to put in a shaft. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on this room tag, and we're going to hide it. So you can right click and choose hide in view the category, or you can just type in VH. VH stands for visibility hide. It's just a faster way to do it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put in our stairs. So the stairs are right here. Here's your stair tool. And so we're go right up here and find stair. You're going to click on stair. And now on stair right here, what we're going to do is we're going to change the location line. Actually, just leave it at run center. That's fine. Leave it as run center. The actual run width is 3 feet. That's all good. And we're just going to make a straight run right now, just to basically repeat what we did before. So just click right around here and just pull your cursor straight up until you run out of stairs. You want to go right past the edge of the stairs. When you stop seeing stairs, go a little bit further, then click. And that's going to give you 1 through 18. And then you're going to hit your green check mark to accept it. When you hit your green check mark, you now have your stairs. Okay, so now that we have that, what we're going to do is we're going to put in a section marker to see how they look. So the section marker is located right here. So we're going to click, section marker looks like this, a circle with a triangle. So we're going to click here. We're going to click here and go straight up like this, like that. And that's actually facing in the right direction if you start from the bottom and go up. And once you've got that, you're going to double click on this triangle. That's going to open this up, and there's your section. Okay, and all right. Okay, so we have that. So there's your section. Okay, so going back to level 1, we see that it looks like this. And if you go to your section 1, you now are seeing this. You're seeing right now the stairs in profile in a section view. Let me see how you guys are doing with that. Okay. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take these stairs and we want to run them up from here. And we want to make them go up to level 3. So go ahead and click on your stairs here. And when you click on your stairs there, what we're going to do is we're going to tell them to go up to the next level. So with that attached, over here, you're going to notice that you've got the option of editing the stairs or selecting levels. So I'm going to click on select levels, and then we're just going to choose level 3. So click on level 3, click on the line for level 3, click your green check mark, and there are your stairs, just like that. Okay. Now that we have that, it looks great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to, let's go to our section box. So in your 3D view, you got your section box. If you take this and kind of rotate it a bit, you see your angle right there. If you take a look at that, you see you've got your 3D view and you have your stairs going through there. But what you're going to also see is that there's no hole for the stairs. And that's a problem. So we want to change that. So to change this, we are going to start by making a shaft that actually goes from the second floor up to the third floor, because that's where it needs to go through. It needs to go through this floor right here. This is the second floor up through this floor. So we need to do that. So let me show you how that's done. Let's go to level 2. Go to level 2. When you go to level 2, it shows us this. And you can hide the section here. You don't need to see it here. Okay, we'll do that. And then what we want to do is we can see that we got this floor here. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and we're going to put a shaft there. So on the second floor, we're going to go up here to where it says shaft. All right, up here it says shaft opening, right up here. So we want to click on shaft. And when you click on shaft, we can then make a rectangle and we can actually carve out basically an area on the floor. But before we do that, I want to tell you where it's going to go. We're going from level 2 up to level 3. So the top constraint is up to level 3. So the shaft going from level 2, and notice that it says -1 foot. The reason why it says -1 foot is it's going from level 2, but then what it's saying is to make the shaft go down 1 foot, so it actually carves out a hole in the floor because the floor is 1 foot thick. That will make a hole there. Does that make sense, you guys? All right. So you got a shaft going from here to there, and now once you've got that, we need to draw it. So a rectangle is the easiest way. Rectangle is right up here. So if you go up here, you could use your line, but that's too much like work. So we're going to go ahead and use rectangle. So go to rectangle. I'm going to pick a point right around somewhere around here. And I'm going to go up right around to there just to get the whole thing like that. And that is what it looks like. And I just started here roughly about 1, 2, 3 treads away. And I want to put, it doesn't have to be exact, but you want to get it roughly there. And once you got that and you've drawn it with a rectangle, you click your green check mark and we'll take a look at it. And you'll see that you now have a shaft in the floor. Now, this is actually, you could also carve holes in the floor. You could do that. Shaft's a lot easier way. So now you know what you need to do for the project you're working on. Now, one thing I'm going to point out here in this particular project is as you're working with this right now, one of the things you're going to want to do is as you're making it, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that your stairs are left aligned. It'll just make your job easier. And that is where we're going with this. So let's go ahead and go here and you got an idea. Now, before I go any further, are there any questions about this at all? Is it making sense? Okay, so what we're going to do tonight, again, what I'm trying to do is get you guys in a place where you're actually using what we have talked about and actually employing it and making that work. I'm going to turn off my section box here, which is right here. I'm going to turn that off and don't need that anymore. And so I just have this view here. All right, we can close out of there. Go to File and go to Close. File close. Do you want to save changes stair practice? We'll say no, just leave it there. And we're out of there. So now what I'm going to do at this point is there are two things that are going on. First of all, I did not print out. I can print it here tonight. I think I still have a printer in here. I don't think they took it away. But they've got here a printer. Yes, I may just print those up. I'm going to change a little bit. But what we have here are these, and I printed these on my own printer today, just to make sure you guys have them. And these are going to be essentially a basic townhouse type of project. And what we're going to do is we're going to work on these. Now, the actual requirements are on the sheet. I know some of you guys are going to take a look at that on Brightspace, which is great. So you can get it that way. I'll also print them out for you. But the basic requirements are there. And this is what you're going to go by. Now, this one, the only thing I'm really making you kind of conform to is the actual building envelope, the shell of it. The insides for the first floor, the second floor, the third floor. I'm not recording that. Let me say that again. I put in the first floor, but that was just to give you an idea. You can do anything you want on the first floor as long as it meets the requirements. The same is also true for the second floor. The third floor is an attic. You don't have to populate that. You can if you wish to. That's something that this is, again, kind of a thing you guys are just going to kind of stretch out and use what I showed you. The biggest thing is to get you to know how to use the stairs. Now, the stairs here, let's take a look at this real quickly. What we're going to do here is, in this one right now, is you've got A100. Let's look at sheet A101. So it's the second sheet. And you got this right here. And what I've got there is you'll notice I've got a 25-foot by 35-foot dimension. Just use that. As far as the placement of the windows and the doors, that's up to you however you want to work that. I'm not gonna require you to make it look just like this by any means. This is just an idea that will work to get you actually working there. There's actually a bathroom there that was on my final, but you see the blank area that's in the middle? That's a bathroom, okay? It's a powder room, okay, technically, but let's just leave that alone. Let's turn to the next page, A102. Now on page A102, you're going to notice there's nothing there. That was intentional. I don't want there to be anything. You're going to put that together. That's your second floor with your bedrooms. And then you have your third floor. The third floor is essentially an attic, and that could also be like an office, or you can put an extra bedroom there, okay? Either way, you can even put plumbing up there if you'd like to. The next sheet, A104, is the wall section. And that is the same kind of thing we work with. And all of the different elements that you see there, that is all that comes right out of the wall. So this information right here is part of the wall construction. So we have that. A105, the next sheet, is elevations. And we have elevations there. And that is how those look. And you notice that there are shutters in place. And there's different size shutters. You have that. And then you have schedules on the last page, schedules on the last page. So that is what we have going on there. Now, that is what the goal was for this one tonight. Okay, we've already used up a half an hour. Okay, but what I would like to do is just walk us through the first couple steps here. So I'm going to take your screens over just for a second here. I'm going to do this again, and then I'm going to show you how to get this started, and then I'm going to let you guys begin to work on it. So save your work. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back out to here and I'm going to go here to the townhouse project. And as we always do, we download the template. And the template I have is the assignment. Where is it? Right here. Townhouse template, fall 2025. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab that. I'm going to download it. And this is what I'm going to use. Now I'm going to take your screens over right now just for a second, just to show you how this goes, just to get you started. I know some of you already got this going. Please just put up with this for a second. I'm going to just get you started, and then you can move on from there. So I'm going to take over your screens right now. Okay. So now that I've got this downloaded, this is how we do this. Okay. So I've got this downloaded. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to start a new project. And when I start the new project, I'm going to go to here and you browse out to wherever we saved it. So I'm going to go out to here to desktop. And I'm going to go over here to my downloads. And there's my Townhouse Fall 2025 master. I'll click open. And I'm going to click OK. Now, once I've got this, it opens up to here and there's nothing in it. Okay, these out here are elevation markers out here on the perimeter. And then what I would do is I'd just go ahead and start with the first thing, which is this right here. I go into here, and this first thing, it's 25 feet by 35 feet. And notice it's going center line to center line. So I'm just going to go ahead and, okay, that is not the correct wall. So I got to change the wall. And the wall that we have here should be this one. Yeah, that should have been saved with on the correct one, but it wasn't. So this one is exterior brick on CMU. Yeah, I think that's the one. Let me see here. Let me verify that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, again, I apologize. There's I had a final and it kind of I actually saved it in the wrong file. It's on my hard drive at home. I tried to get my wife to send it to me, but that didn't work. So we'll get this together. Common brick. Yeah, that's concrete. So this is it right here. So the one you're going to use exterior brick on CMU. That's brick on concrete masonry unit, which is a cinder block. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go and I'm going to use my rectangle. I'm going to click like this. I'm going to go over like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do something like that. That's roughly the size. And the brick is on the wrong side there. So if this happens, you see the bricks on the inside. You don't want that. So you just hit, if you click on this right here, you can reverse the arrows. And when you reverse the arrows, it's going to go ahead and change the orientation just like that. And so then your bricks on the outside, you just check it by going to 3D. Okay, so that is how that would work. And let me see this real quickly here. Make sure I got that going on. Yeah, so that is how that would work. Okay, then the size of it, this is going to be 25 feet going from the center to center. And this other one's going to be 35 feet. So 35, just like that. Okay, and that gets us there. Now, at that point, we've got the basics, and then you would begin to place your floors. Now, the bottom is going to be just a concrete floor, generic concrete floor. I'm going to go from the exterior, the outside, here to here, and we'll hit the green check mark, and we're good to go there. And so that is what you're basically starting with. Okay, and that is essentially what you, oh, and this is, for some reason, this template got saved at -6 inches. I don't know why. Just got to make that 0 inches. Okay, so that is essentially, that's the first floor. And then to put in my second floor, my level 2, I'd go here and right there. If it looks like this, that's because your crop region has been cropped to kind of be too narrow. That'll probably happen to you too, because it happened to me. And then if you want to see this information, you could go there. And then what we would do is we put in the floor here. And so the floor here, this is going to be a wood floor. It's not going to be a concrete floor. So go here and use wood joist, wood finish. I'm going to go just the inside wall all around the perimeter here, just like that. When I do that, hit the green check mark. And yeah, I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to go to 3D. And now you see this floor here. So now you have your 2 floors. That's it. The only thing you need to do then is you take this and let me make sure I'm seeing this as I should. Let me click on that. Okay, that's my, okay, that would be my front. Okay, let me try that again. This one right here. Yeah, that would be the front. Okay, so right here, that's where I'm gonna put the stairs starting right over here. So what I'll do is just to show you how we work this, I'm going to stairs. Level one to level two, I'm going to make them it's already set to run left. I'm just going to go ahead and start right around somewhere around here. I'm going to click right around 7 feet and go like this. I'm going to run it right to the end, and boom, we have it like that. Hit the green check mark. Now, once I've got that, I can then, let's see here. Can I even see them? Let's see, where do they go? Yeah, okay, they're actually over here. They're actually, okay, so there, okay, I flipped the wrong side, didn't I? All right. So that'll work. That'll work. That's fine. So that's there. Now, to put in the shaft, we could do this on the second floor. And on the second floor, I'm just going to go here just to show you how this works. Then I'm going to go to shaft. Remember, we talked about the shaft is over here. So we go to shaft. And this one's going to go from level 2 up to level 3. Same thing as we did before. And I'm just going to make a rectangle. This is all set up. So we should have no issues with it. So I'm just going to start roughly here and bring it down roughly to there. Hit the green check mark. And if I did this correctly, it's going to look like that. And there's your stairs going right up onto the second floor. So that's what you're going to do. If you want to, and you're going to do a third floor as well. So you're going to run your stairs up to the third floor as well, but you get the actually up to level 3. So you got level 1 to level 2. So those are there. And then you've got that going on. Okay, so that is where we have it. And let me see, we have happening here. And if you can't see your work, you can go down here and just turn on your underlay. Underlay lets you see information that's underneath. So there's the underlay. Now, what did I do just to show you what I'm doing here? I went down here and I'm on the third floor right now. If I wanted the stairs to go up there, and I do. So I'm here right now. And what I've got going on is I'm changing the ability to see it. So if I say none, I can't see anything. If I click on this and hit level 1, I can then see it. So then from here, we do what we did before. We can just open this up. Okay, that's just kind of doing that. So then at that point, you could then make the stairs go up to this next floor on level 3. So if I did that, I'd go to level 2, and I could just go ahead and extend them. But remember, what I have to do is I have to make a section like we talked about before. You'd make a section, and then from the section view, you could actually extend the stairs from one level to another. So we talked about that last week, but I'll show you just real quickly so you get the idea and you remember it. So I'm here on level 2 now. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go ahead and going to create a section. And if it gives you that, that just means that it was hidden for the final purpose. So I'll just go ahead and turn this on. I want to see it. And I'm going to unhide it. And then I'm going to go here. Now, once I've got that, if I click on this, that's what it's looking at. And if I double click on this, there's the stairs. And this is exactly what we learned before. So to get these to go to the next level, I just go ahead and click on the stairs. Again, you have to do this in a section view. And I simply say, select the levels. I want to go to 3, hit the green check mark, and there it is. And that's how you do it. So that's what you want. And so now you have level 3. We don't even have a floor, but you have stairs. And then this is why doing this section is really helpful, because then you can get a really good idea as far as like what you're building here. So if I were to go here and put in my section view, I can see that we're getting this together. It's looking good, but we do have a little bit of an issue, and that is we have to go ahead and kind of just do this kind of a thing just to see what's going on. And those are what they look like. At this point, what's missing? Level 3 needs a floor. So I'll go put a floor in level 3. Floor, and I'll do the same thing I did before using the inside walls around the perimeter here. And hit the green check mark, and I'll say yes. And then if I go here to my 3D view, that's what we want right there. So that's what it looks like. So now at this point, that's the basics. You've got stairs coming in. And again, that's what I was after. Now the other stuff, all the other things, the doors, the windows, that's going to be up to you. The actual design, that's going to be up to you as well. And actually, this could be, yeah, I would just leave that as concrete. You know what you could do on this floor? You could even make that a concrete floor. And I'm going to go ahead and make this carpet finish just because you can. Yeah, go ahead. Question, Colin?
Do we have to use just the basic stairs, or could we use any type?
Oh, I was trying to make it easy on you, but you could certainly use a different stair type if you'd like to.
Are your
And
stairs hovering?
what's that?
Your second level stairs? I thought I saw them hovering, like not touching the ground.
Yeah, I just put in another floor right here. Is that you mean
Shift so that you can actually see the stairs.
oh Okay, you mean you want to see a section view, you mean, or
Yeah,
not?
isn't it covering above the floor?
That right there, that's actually okay, right here. No, they're
To the left, to the left.
to the left. Let's see
Your
here.
second set of
Oh,
stairs are
okay.
not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Good eye. So let's grab this and let's make sure. Yeah, that says -6 again. That's why you're totally right. I don't know how that got done there. Yeah, that's a good eye though. But yeah, that's what you got to do is you got to change these. For some reason, all the floors they're taking on like a project standard of -6 inches. So thank you for that. So when you put these floors in, you just have to, if they don't join, just make sure you change this from -6 inches to 0. Okay, now that we have that, I think the other thing let me look at one other thing before I let you go. And it's my master. All right, and in the master here, is that? Oh, that's my template, I think. Yeah, that is. So get out of there. File close. All right. Let me open this other one up. Mm-hmm. What if I didn't save that? Should have. Huh. Didn't save it. Okay. It's fine. I'll just open it up. All right. And so I'm just going to bring up the final again so you guys can see it. And that would be here. If I have it here, hope I have it. Yeah, this is not as good as I'd like it to be, but it gets us basically where we want to be. Okay, so how did I make sure I got this floor right here on this one? Let me go over here. So I got put a 3D view here. So got a 3D view there. Yeah, then what I did is so then what I did is I just put in a roof. Okay. So then what you would do here is you would then put in a roof, and the roof would be like this. And what I would do is just what I did before, using a slope, 1 foot. This is already set up. So slope on this side, slope on this side. Uncheck this, no slope there, and no slope there. Hit the green check mark. Yes, you do want to attach them. And then once you do that much right there, it's going to look like that. And your this section box is kind of cutting off, but that's what it's going to look like. And then if you don't want to see that anymore, just to get an idea, you can go ahead and turn that off. And that is what you've got right there. That's essentially the shape of the townhouse. So that's what you're going for. That is what we're after. And that is how you're actually going to put that together. So again, what you're learning here is how to put in these different elements, make them work together, understand how to make stairs work. And yeah, you caught it, Sam. That was a good eye right there because you actually saw what was going on. I will show you one other thing while I have your attention, and that is over here. If you grab one of these walls, and if you go to edit type, you can actually examine what's in those walls. So if you're doing your sections, you need to actually call out the different things. You don't have to do this because I did this for you already. But if you go here and go to preview, this is where you can actually change this to a section wall right here. And right here, it's telling me that the finish right here is exterior. That's brick common, 3 5/8 inches. Then it's got an air gap of 3 inches right here. And then it's got next thing over here, which is your ridge insulation. And then it's got another layer. And then it's got your concrete masonry units. And it's got metal furring. And then it's actually got here, finally, it's got your substrate, which is your gypsum drywall. So those elements all together are what make up one of these walls. That's what's going on in there. And so when you do your section, which I don't think I've got here, let's see if I did this. No, and I didn't put that in there. I didn't put that wall section in, I don't think. No, I didn't. Okay. So that's it. But you guys will all get there. And the thing is, that's what we'll work with here. So anyway, the are actually, let me go back to here for a second here. Right. Yeah, so there's that. Okay. And I think you guys are good to go. So this one, yeah, let's see here. So if I go to this one, I don't think I put I don't think I put a section in this one. Yeah, I didn't do a wall section, but Yeah, I didn't do that. Anyway, but you guys will be doing one yourselves. You guys know how to do that. So, any questions before I turn you guys loose on this? And again, it's not going to be done tonight, and we'll actually be finishing up next Thursday. So let's get this started. And you guys know enough to get this going right here. Also, there's these octagon windows, which you might want to put in there to kind of like enhance the design, not required. And you can put in any kind of stairs you want to. If you don't want to go with the stairs I had and you want to kind of get a little bit more tricky, feel free. Also, I use the 25 feet by 35 feet. If that's a little too small for what you're working with, feel free to enlarge it a bit to give yourself a little more room on the floor plan. So this is what, but I want the basic elements that are on this sheet here. So over here, the basic elements are over here, and I'll get that printed up for you as well. So the project requirements, and that's right here. So this is what you want, and I will print that up for you. But go ahead, I'm going to give your screens back to you, and then we'll let you guys get started. All right. Okay. And I'll print that up for you. Like that.
What are we using for the interior walls?
There is the interior walls are going to be your there's a I believe there's a 4.5 inch wall in there. Let me check it out. 4.5 inch wall tends to be standard. Let me see if that is there. I thought I left you guys yeah, interior wall 4.5 inches right there. Okay.
All right.
Good question. Good question. Actually, it did. Just go ahead and turn it on. Hit that blue light bulb. Okay, and then what you gotta do, you gotta light up. So just click one of them. Click on any one of them. Guess one. And then just type right click your mouse and choose unhide view category. Yeah. And yep. And then just turn the white, turn the yellow one back to blue. And then they all are. Take your pick. Yeah. So what happens is when you're getting it finalized for the project, you turn them off. And so I left them turned off, but when you're working on it, you have to turn them on. So just a little addendum type thing. Yeah.
I just don't know how to. I don't know how you said it, like cut off, like on level 2, level 3.
Yeah. Down. Okay. This is your crop region. Crop region is something down at the bottom of your screen. It looks like this. Crop region always looks like that. Click on that, and then you just click on that, and then you just open it up. Grab little blue circles, and yeah, just expand around a little bit. All right. Okay.
Stupid question, because you literally just said it.
Yeah.
How do you get the section box again?
Section box. Okay. If you go your, where did you put it on first floor? Another one.
I just wanted to get the thing.
Oh,
right.
the section box is right. Okay. This view right here. Grab this and pull it up. Grab a little sidebar. And pull it down now. The section box is right there.
All it looks there, all these- Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you got me 3D. Oh, here we go. So here we go. Go, Jackson. Grab that. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys will get there. And so this, you guys will get very adept at this. And now you guys are pushing me a bit because you're getting so good at this. So actually, my previous class I mentioned were all just like one night a week, and your recall has made you much more effective. So therefore, I'm gonna have to come up with a bunch of new projects for you guys.
Take some time off, Professor.
Well, there are creative alternatives to having more work, I suppose. Yeah, and the thing is, actually next week, yeah, well, we go into that. But the thing is, yeah, did I mention to you guys I took a teaching position?
You said a post about it, but you didn't say your
Yeah, I did. I took it.
Are you for both?
It's the Wayne Finger Lakes BOCES, yeah. And so yeah, I started my career actually working at BOCES in Jefferson, in Lewis County, actually. There's more counties than people, and so here we go. And the thing is, so yeah, question.
Yeah. So my level 3.
Yeah, floor is not there yet. So go to level 2 and turn on your underlays. So go over. No, no. Oh, okay, there they are. Let's see. Okay, so there are. So you already drew them. Okay. Let's go. Okay. 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 Well, let's go down there. That's your level 2 get right. Go down to your property. Click on that. You know, when you click on your property, you see it's actually a it's got like that up a little bit. There's level 3 as well. Level 3. Yeah, there it is. Put up. Okay, and let's go back to your level 2, 3. Yeah, that's an aircraft. Yeah. And rotate a little bit. Let's see. Actually, no. Yeah. So that's there. Click on that for a second. Okay. Okay, go back to your flat level 3. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Click on it. And, right. Category. Yeah. Yep. No, so what you probably want to do is that means it's go back to your level. Yeah. Let's see.
I know.
Okay, just gonna take it, click on it, and just so you can use your line, your line, or if you click on it, use your arrow key. That usually goes out to press escape again. You click on the edge. Yes, sir. There you go.
Light bulb with the.
Yep. Okay. Great, okay. Let's see, there it is. Yeah, that's okay. What that is, that's actually the yeah, there's nothing in level 2 yet, so go here. Yeah, okay, so
My stairs are.
right, put this here. Okay, go to 3D. Yeah. So your 3D. Sorry, you've only got the first floor, so let's go to the second floor. So go to level 2. And it looks like you're not seeing your walls or change this to look up. I'll take a look at it for my desk. I'm sure it's in there. Yeah.
How, I remember it somewhere here, but how do you do the third now?
Okay, which view is you go to? Change none, right on top. Right on top.
I knew I was.
That there, that there. Go right based on right there. That drop down and choose that one. Okay, and okay, there it is. Take a second. Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, and Jackson, I'll go ahead and pull that up and get you squared away here. All right. Okay. Okay, Jackson, just gonna take over for a second here and check this out. Okay, so what is this right here? We're looking at right there. That's a floor plan. Okay. Now your floor plan is here. Yeah, okay. Level 1 is here. Okay, that's good. 3D is here. Okay, so let's see here. So that is okay. All right, that's good. Yeah, your level 2 should be yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here. It looks like something's been hidden. Nothing. Weird. All right. Ah, that's why. All right. Yeah, you just had it outside the you had it outside of the yeah, your orientation's a little bit different. Your orientation is different than mine, so therefore I had assumed you guys would do it the same way I did it. So now there's your level 2. So you just put in your floor here. Does that make sense, Jackson? Yep. It's good. Easily resolved. All right, you guys are doing well. Make sure you save your work.
All right, that's it.
Hey, how you doing? Okay, you can say it, that'd be great. No, I'm not sure. Why do I assume
And then I'll just say some. Pretty nice for the first and second things. So why am I creating sound like first? I'm just reading. These are double times. I don't know how it's shut out. Oh, so I can spend. I still don't understand. You know, it's like I keep walking. Because that's your average, so once you create the push one, it's kind of, oh. So I guess. Huh? You're selling houses? No, no. No. No, I think it just worked out. Like I did exactly what you did, and they did look stupid. You went down, so it looks stupid. What do you know? I need to section. What did? Oh, my God. Trees. I don't I first shaft first chord. And I have the second. So I started the second and just every one. The shooting clip says if you ever want to know when you're walking up in the ceiling and you walk up, it starts on the first step where there's a high elevation walk. Starts I just did one. I just did. What you have one. Just don't you shit. This would start on was walking to all it's so application section scale. I think chances that one half the line, one half, or one half of that, but the lettering is so pretty small. So this is the one equals what's your Oh, right. You don't want the false and creatures and things get inside.
I'm sorry? How do I get this picture? Oh, it's on your phone. So just go down. Just keep on scrolling. It's in the phone. This one, so just keep looking. It's in there. Your picture is complete. Yeah, down here it's under generic models. If you look there, you've got generic kitchen, mid-size kitchen. Can you see it on my screen here?
Called a complete kitchen.
Yeah, So if you just grab that, yeah, and that's the whole thing. That's the whole big one right there. Yeah. All right.
I'm saving it as outhouse dash last name.
Take a look at what I said to say save it as. I've written that down. Good. Thank you. Interesting. Yeah.
How do you rotate an object? No, it's just flipping it. It's not.
In a plan view,
No, yeah, I was on the old one. It's just flipping it.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's not going to do it. Use the rotate command then. So up here, what you do is you go up here, and you would use this is your rotate command. We talked about this. You go to rotate, and then you can pick where it starts, and then you can rotate it in a different configuration, just like that. So that's just your rotate command. Okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. I'll give you that back. All right. All right. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I have my walls, top is straight up to level 2, but I can kind of see them on the second floor, like through the floor.
Let me take a look. Yeah, you shouldn't have had to change that.
For some reason, it was going up to, it was unconnected.
Yeah, it was 20 feet. Okay, all right. Then, okay, so okay, am I looking at your screen? I'm not sure I am. Is this your screen here?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the problem?
I just made my walls from floor 1, and they just still kind of are like showing on the second floor. Right through the floor. You see that?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. What you want to do in that case, yeah. Okay. Yep, totally see. Okay, yeah, that's all right. And so what we're going to do here is instead of saying up to level 2, we're going to do this. We're going to uh top offset. Let's make it -1. All right. Yeah, I just gotta that should take care of that. And try that again. Up to level 2. Let's try this -6 inches. Yeah, that should work right there. Okay. Yeah, what happened is the floor was actually going up actually to the literal second floor surface, and you didn't want to go that far. So you just want to actually change that. So I think what you had going on here is you use the settings maybe for the I'm guessing. Let me look here. The exterior walls, the let's see if it's nice. Create a floor plan. Create stairs. Yeah, create floors. Yeah, the exterior walls are level 1, tops unconnected 20 feet. Yeah, but if you're going to connect them, you have to actually make them a little bit shorter. So you could actually get by with 1 foot, I think. So anyway, take a look at some other views and see if that doesn't. I think you should be fine now, though. All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Sure. Sure. All right. Okay, you got about 7 minutes, so start saving your work. And again, we'll not be here on Tuesday, but so there's no class on Tuesday, but Thursday we'll pick right back up on this. And there's a lot of interesting stuff in here if you're so inclined to kind of pick through it. Also, don't forget you can go out to the Autodesk website and pull some stuff off there too. Yeah, so once you save your work and you're all set, make sure you've got a copy. Again, if you're not sure, mail it to yourself so you know you've got it. But we will pick this up next week. And yeah, so just go ahead and get your stuff saved and we'll call that a night.
So this is not due on Thursday, right?
You mean next Thursday? No, it's not. We're gonna work all class with this because there's a lot of stuff that still needs to get resolved. But you guys are getting there. You guys are understanding the relationship between the floors and so forth and walls, and so that's great. That's what we're after right now. Hmm. Okay, have a great night, you guys. Yeah. Have a good weekend, everyone. We'll see you next Thursday.
I will be here to see.
Okay. Not a problem. I understand. We all have lives. And it'll all be on whatever else has to be done will be recorded. So, all right. All right. Have a good night, you guys. Nicely done. Nicely done, everyone. Have a good weekend. Yeah.
Check my screen for a second. I
Sure.
can't move the keyboard.
Okay.
How's it going, Professor?
All right.
Have a good week.
See you guys. Have a good weekend. Right. Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
Viewport is like in the middle of.
Yeah, that's okay. But if you double click off of it. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Then you just want to turn it off. So so go ahead and click on the viewport and the actual rectangle of the viewport, and then right click, and you can just hide in view up at the top, elements, just like that.
No, it's still here.
Yep. That's all you got to do. What's that now?
See this? It says level 1 on the scale.
That's weird. What's that doing that? Yes. Oh, okay, great. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll get them next time. Oh, that's weird. I don't know that I've seen this before. Yeah, that's a new one. Looks like something else was left on that screen.
No, if I move everything together.
Actually, change your go to hidden line. Go down to your visual style and change it to hidden line. Not that, but the cube. Yeah, so click that. The cube down at the lower left corner. Change it to hidden line. All right, let's see here. All right, let me go to here. What's going on? I can't even select it here. Well, let's go to the view. Let's go to the view and see if it's out there as well. All right, so go to the first floor. It's not there.
Nah, that's a viewport. It's only on the shits.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's just
It's weird.
yeah. Yeah. Something's not right here. You're actually still, this stuff is still, we can't exit. Somehow you can't get out of it. Just close there. And let's go to the sheet again. Okay, somehow that got on there, which you don't need. Well, it's just weird. Why is that there? Oh, okay. Yeah, this goes down here. It's this thing. Yeah. All right.
Now you see what? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I know why. Okay. What we'll do is we'll get over to, okay, we'll just do this. We'll go here. There we go. Yeah, this needs to be brought in. This is just a little bit unwieldy, as we say. Um, yeah, that is your, that's weird. Okay. All right. All right.
Next time.
Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, somehow your viewport is no longer what it should be. Okay, so that's there. Yeah, that's weird.
There's the sink.
Yeah, sync out here for some reason, which you don't need. All right. Hmm. All right. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, it's been a while since I've had to deal with this. Let me see here. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get it next time. It's like I'm not sure what it is. We'll just have to leave it for right now. It's we can get around it, but right now I know what the problem was, and so I thought I did. All right, do this. All right, let's okay, do this. Yeah, somehow your viewport got out of sync. And I can't remember how to edit this off the top of my head. The typically I don't touch that. The range. Yeah, let's just leave this till next time. All right, we'll deal with next time. Just we're done for tonight. So I'm gonna let that go. We'll deal with it. Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong though. It's just something that I'll figure that out. So looking good though. Yeah. All right. Have a good night. Hmm.